friends. Hello. So I just wanted to talk to you super quick because I've been thinking about the last video that I did about, being the type of people that are willing to constantly change and think about what's next so that we can continue on our journey of becoming the best version of ourselves. And one thing that came to my mind is that sometimes in life we have to be willing to let go of things in order to receive. And you can, based on where you are on your personal wellness journey, you can take that however you want. Maybe you need to let go of a relationship in order to have the room in your schedule, right? The capacity to have new relationships. Maybe it's a habit, right? Maybe you've got this habit that you're holding on to because maybe it makes you feel good. Maybe it makes you remember something. There's something there as to why you're holding on to it, but maybe that's blocking you from getting to your next step in another area that you're also working on, right? So however you want to view that, I just want to remind you that sometimes letting go is part of the process of getting to where you envision yourself being. Okay? So that's it. That's all I got. That's the only thing that kept coming to my mind is just, capacity, and the fact that, we can only have so much. So sometimes, we have to be willing to just let go, and here's the thing, like sometimes when people think about like letting go, it's like this negative thing, right? So it's like, you have to let go of that relationship because, they're mean to you, or, they don't validate your feelings, or they never have time for you, right? So it's always like you let go of things that inherently aren't good for you. But what I'm saying more so than that is that sometimes you let go because it's just not serving you any longer, right? So it doesn't have to be a friendship that's, been horrible for years, or it doesn't have to be like a bad habit that you're doing. So like you're drinking too much, or you're eating too much candy. That used to be me, right? Or something like that. What I'm suggesting is sometimes in order to get something new, you just have to let go of something that's no longer serving you, right? It's just no longer serving you. Okay? Let me see if I can think of a good example. So like before I became a runner, when I was trying to be a runner, that's not going to be a good example. Here, let me see. I've got one. All right. So I was like, running's not going to be a good example because I stopped running because I physically couldn't run. And so that wasn't going to be a good example. I got one for you. I got one. All right. Skating. I picked up skating when I moved to DC. Love skating. My skates are like super cute, super retro, right? And I've got my favorite spot outside because y'all know I love being outside to do my exercise. And that's where I would go to skate. I got the helmet, got all the pads because I'm a klutz. So got all the things, right? And the color of my pads matches the skates, right? So, I'm out there doing a little bit of swerve and stuff, thinking that I'm doing something. But, I haven't been skating in probably a year and a half, right? And there's nothing wrong with skating. I loved it, never fell. Right? And I would get compliments when I was out there. So when I think about skating, when I think about how it made me feel, all positive, all positive. but I no longer skate because I realized what I wanted to do more than that was run, right? And so the time that I used to spend skating, I now spend running, right? So I let go of something that was good, wasn't bad at all, but it wasn't helping me get to where I envisioned myself. So I let it go so that I could have room, right? The capacity to pick up something new that was actually going to help me get to where I envisioned myself. So that's an example. That's what I mean, okay? Sometimes there are things that we're doing that are fine within themselves, but they're not actually helping us reach whatever the next goal is. All right? So that's what I want you to think about. As you're thinking about being the type of person that's going to constantly be working on themselves and thinking about the next thing, I want you to also think about what you're currently doing and whether those things are helping you get to where you want to go. All right? Y'all, I'm tired, and I know I just said a lot, and I know this was like the 6th time that I tried to do this video, but this is the one that y'all are going to see because I'm not about to be sitting in this car any longer. I got to get going. All right? So I hope that helped someone, and if you are thinking about letting some things go, let us know. Let us know what you are letting go so that you have the capacity to start up something new that's going to get you to where you want to go. All right? All right, friends. We'll talk soon.